you know? Cleola, can you please stop? Mommy's trying to film a serious video. Hey, it's Sue. This video is book adjacent, but it's mostly about fashion, which I clearly know about since I'm wearing a Freddy Krueger sweater in November and a beanie indoors because I didn't want to fix my hair. So Out of Print, which is a company that a lot of you here on BookTube might have heard of, they sell bookish merchandise, mostly t-shirts. They also have socks, mugs, some other random things, but they're all book related, which is really cool. I really like them. I like their shirts. I have a couple of them, but I've always had to buy the men's shirts because they don't have plus sizes for women. But recently they just announced that they now have women's plus sizes, so I was really excited when I saw that. But then I saw some of the comments. I saw this on a Facebook post, and a lot of the comments were not super positive. Mostly they were pertaining to the sizing, people saying that they were really small for plus sizes and really short. And so I wanted to investigate myself. And so I went on their website and I started comparing the sizes, and I was really disappointed with what I found. And also the first thing that I noticed when I went on the site is that the plus size t-shirts are $2 more than any of the other t-shirts, than the straight size women's and then the men's t-shirts. So the plus size shirts are $30 a piece, while all the other shirts are $28 a piece. Which was already kind of like irritating because plus size stuff is always more expensive, and I know they say, well, it's bigger sizes so it uses more material so it costs more to make, but in this case at least I feel like that's not true, and I'll explain why. So I started looking more into the sizing, and I have it on my phone here. I'll try to put it on the screen. And so if you go to the plus sizes, they only have their top styles, which is also understandable but a little disappointing as well that they don't have all of their designs in plus size. But and so you see that it's $30 a piece. And also something I noticed, and that a lot of people noticed in the comments I saw on Facebook, is that the models kind of look uncomfortable, like they're trying to make this shirt look like it fits them. Oftentimes they're pulling the shirt down in the photos, and so that's a little weird. But if you look at the sizing, I'll just click on a random one and go to the size chart. You see that the length for a 1X is 24.5 inches. The chest is 40 inches across. I'm assuming it's inches anyway. It doesn't actually, okay, it says all sizes approximate and measured in inches. Okay, so the 1X is 24.5 inches long, chest 40 inches, and it's $30 for a 1X. If you then go to the women's straight sizes, so if you go to a shirt that is the same style, I think this one is the same, and look at the size chart for it, and you look at the largest one, 3X, in the straight sizes, which a 3X here would be $28 as opposed to $30. You see that the length is 29 and I think that says 3/4, no, 29 1/4, which is a lot longer than the 1X plus. And even the XL in the straight size, which would presumably be about equivalent, maybe a 2XL would be more equivalent to the 1X in the straight and the plus size, is a lot longer. The plus size was 24.5 inches. The 1X, even the small, even the extra small length is longer than the plus 1X. The extra small length is 25 3/4. This is so small. And the 3X is 29 1/4. The 2X is 28 3/4. So already the length is like, what the fuck? Why is the plus size length so much shorter? I mean, for me personally as a plus size woman, one of my areas that I'm always self-conscious about is like my belly, and I don't want that Like, I want a shirt long enough to cover that. And maybe not all plus size women probably worry about that, but a lot of us do. I'm sure a lot of other women out there probably have that same concern. So why is it so short? If you look at the chest measurement, which was 40 for the 1X plus, it is smaller than the 2X and the 3X in the straight sizes, which are $2 less than the 1X shirt, which is a lot smaller than those two shirts. So why are they charging $2 extra? Doesn't make sense. And then if you look at the men's shirts, which are also all $28 across the board, look at one the same style again, just a typical men's t-shirt. They go up to 3XL. The 3X is way bigger than the 4X in the plus sizes. The 4X in plus was 26 inches in length and 52.5 inches. I'm looking at where I wrote it down over there. But it's, yeah, 26 inches in length and 52.5 inches across the chest for a 4X, which is the biggest size they offer in the plus sizes. The men's 3X is 32.5 inches long, which is way longer, and 53.5 inches across, which is way bigger. So, well, not way bigger, but it's an inch bigger. So it is bigger all around. So the 3X men's, which is larger than a 4X plus women's, is $28, but a 4X plus women's is $30. Why? Why? And then also on the length, you can see that the length on the 4X is 26 inches, which is still, it's not adequate. It's not long enough. So a lot of people were complaining that the sizing ran really small, which seems legit to me. I obviously don't have one of these plus size shirts. I have two of their men's shirts. I think I bought them in a 1X, and they fit snug on me, but fine. And I think their shirts all run a little bit small, but it's ridiculous to me that they sell shirts that are larger than even the largest size in the women's plus size, but for some reason they're charging $2 more for women's plus. And this happens a lot. This happens with other brands as well, and I don't know why they do it. Probably just to get more money out of us, because they know plus size women don't have as many options and will pay for things that maybe smaller women wouldn't and that men wouldn't. But yeah, there's other brands too. It's not just Out of Print that's done this, where you'll have something in the straight size section that's like maybe, because most straight size sections go up to probably at least a size 14, if not a 16 or 18 in some cases. And you'll have like the exact same thing in the straight size section, size 14, and then they'll have a separate plus size section and have the exact same item, same size, and charge more for it because it's labeled plus size. And it doesn't, it's infuriating. But I mean, I understand that if a garment is larger, it might take a little bit more money to produce. But in this case, with Out of Print, you're selling garments that are larger than this for less money. So how to, like, it doesn't make sense to me. I went and looked at some other brands, like, I tried Torrid, which is, you know, a well-known plus size brand, and looked at, like another basic t-shirt sizing chart. I think their sizing chart is kind of like just a general across the board type of thing. So I don't know if it's like super 100% accurate for every single item they have, but they have the 1X listed as anywhere as a range from 42 to 46 inches in the chest, in the bust, which would be the chest measurement. They don't have the length listed. I couldn't find any other place that had the length listed. Yeah, so that's their starting point. There is 2 inches larger than what the 1X was for Out of Print, and so according to their chart, the 1X would actually be a large. And then I even tried a juniors brand. So I looked at Forever 21, and again looked in the plus size section at just a typical t-shirt. And the size chart, size guide says that a 1X, this is a juniors brand, is 44 to 45 inches in the bust. So that's a whole 4 inches bigger than the 1X in out of print. So it just kind of pissed me off because I love that they are offering plus sizes, but it's not anywhere what it should be, you know? They clearly didn't seem to care about whether these shirts would actually fit plus size women, and then expect us to pay extra for them for these probably ill-fitting garments. Granted, I don't have one, I haven't ordered one, I don't know if I will based on the sizing of them. I probably will just stick with buying men's t-shirts because at least I know it'll fit me. It was just really disappointing to see because I was excited at first because I love books. I've bought things from out of print before and have been pretty happy with my purchases. I'll be honest, I bought some socks from them and their socks kind of suck. They're pretty low quality and not very comfortable. So, but their t-shirts I had no problem with before. I don't know, I was just so disappointed when I started looking into it and saw that they were so ill-fitting and more expensive. It just seems almost insulting. Like, oh, let's just throw out whatever the fuck kind of shirt for fat people, whatever, they'll buy anything. You know, like that's, I hope that they had good intentions and weren't just throwing out a sloppy product or anything, but it doesn't seem like it. I mean, you would think that if any plus size woman had any input in that she would have said this isn't gonna work, this isn't good enough, you know. I guess I'm getting used to it, as you know, I've been plus size, fat, whatever you want to call it. I have been my whole life, and it's great now that there are a lot more options for clothing wise. When I was younger, I did not have it. It was like Walmart clothes for me. So it's great that there's so many more options, but there's still a long way to go, I think. And I just feel like it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, maybe there's some stuff that I don't understand about the fashion industry that makes it more expensive or difficult to manufacture plus size clothing. And I know that you can't please everyone and it's hard, you know, something that doesn't fit my body well might fit another plus size woman's body great, but that's true for every woman, you know, no matter size, and every man for that matter too. So I don't know, it just was really disappointing to me and upset me enough that I wanted to make a video about it. So that's my thoughts on this plus size range from out of print. It's not good enough to me. It felt like they were just trying to make a bunch of money right before Christmas from people buying their ill-fitting shirts. And I feel bad for anybody who receives one for Christmas and is disappointed. So that's it. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts below on it. Let me know, did you see this plus size line? Are you planning to buy anything from it? And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.